Guys, in this particular tutorial we are discussing about the second concept in the first chapter of Python, that is nothing but features of Python. Okay, so as I told you in the previous class, Python has its unique features compared to any other programming language. Okay, compared to any other programming language, Python has its unique features. Okay, so let us see all those unique features one by one in this particular class. Okay, now first point which I want to cover here is nothing but simple and easy to learn. Okay, Python is a simple and easy to learn language. That means in Python, okay, if you see Python inbuilt keywords. Okay, Python has some set of inbuilt keywords. So combining all those, we have only 30 plus keywords. Okay, we have only 30 plus keywords in Python, but we compare that with Java or some other language, we have more than 50 plus keywords in Java, but in Python it's way less than that. That's why in Python, okay, while writing the code in Python, we no need to maintain semicolon also at the end of each line. Okay, that is also not there. Along with that, we can write Python code in just one line by using the concepts called as list comprehensions and all. Okay, so by combining all these things, we can say that Python language coding is compared to any other language, it's very easy. That means we can reduce the number of lines by using all these concepts. That's why Python is called as simple and easy to learn language. Now let us move to the next. Okay, next point that is nothing but freeware and open source. Okay, freeware and open source, that means freeware, the name itself is indicating, right? Freeware means it's completely free. That means we don't need to pay license to, okay, we don't need to pay single rupee to anyone to use Python. Okay, Python we can use it for free without any cost. Okay, we don't need to pay single rupee to anyone by to use Python. Okay, so directly we can install and we can use. And also Python is open source. That means once we once we have the source code of Python, we can customize the source code of Python, and we can customize our source code of Python to our own project, and we can use it. In that way we can say that Python is open source open source programming language. Now let us move to the third point, that is nothing but high level programming language. Okay, Python is a high level programming language. That means being a programmer, okay, being a Python programmer, we never needed to concentrate on the low level activities like memory management and all. Okay, being a programmer, it's not our responsibility to maintain the low level activities like memory management and all. Okay, but all these things will be done automatically in Python. That's why we call Python as a high level programming language. Fourth point we are discussing is nothing but a platform independent. Okay, fourth point we are discussing is nothing but platform independent. That means once once we write Python code, okay, suppose if we write Python code in Windows operating system, okay, if we write Python code on Windows operating system, then directly we can migrate to Linux operating system also. Okay, suppose if we are developing Python code on Windows laptop, and tomorrow we are deploying the code on the Linux server, still it will work. Still it will work because Python code we can write in any platform, and we can use in any platform. That's why Python is called as platform independent language. Now next point is nothing but portability. Portability means Python programs are easy to carry. Okay, Python programs are easy to carry. That means from one platform to another platform we can move Python programs very easily. That's why Python portability is very high. Okay, now let us talk about the sixth point, that is nothing but dynamically typed programming language. Okay, this is very important. Dynamically typed in the sense, being a programmer, suppose if you are writing if you are writing a Java language. Okay, suppose if we are creating a variable, okay, if we are creating a variable, we need to specify the data type, and then we have to create a variable. But in terms of Python, being a programmer, we no need to specify the data type. Okay, data type will be predicted by the Python interpreter at the time of execution. Okay, now no, okay, being a programmer, we can directly create a variable without focusing on the data type. That's why Python is a dynamically typed. Okay, dynamically Python will calculate the data type and it will take it automatically. Okay, Python is dynamically typed language because of that reason. Now let us move to the seventh point, that is nothing but both procedure and object oriented. Okay, Python is both procedure and object oriented. That means in Python we can, okay, we can code by using a functional oriented approach. Okay, Python code we can do by using functional oriented approach, or sometimes Python code we can do by using object oriented approach also. That means if we, okay, if you are writing Python code, okay, if you are writing Python code, we can use functions and write. Same way we can use the classes and objects and also we can write. Okay, it's not mandatory that we need to follow a particular pattern. Okay, we can follow any pattern while writing the Python code. Okay, now eighth point is nothing but interpreted. Okay, that is nothing but interpreted. Interpreted means Python doesn't have a compiler. Okay, Python language doesn't have a compiler. That means if we can, okay, if we see any other programming language, first we need to compile the Python. Okay, compile the code whatever we have written, and once after compilation, being a programmer, it's our responsibility to run again, and then we will, okay, then we can execute the code and we can see the output. But in Python we don't have a compiler, we have an interpreter. So interpreter, what it will do means, interpreter has the capability to compile and also run. That means once we started executing, interpreter will take care of both the compilation and also the execution. So in that way, we can say that Python is not a compiler language. That means compilation and executions are doing parallelly with the help of this interpreter. That's why it is called as interpreted language. Now, let us move to the ninth point. That is nothing but extensible. Okay, that is nothing but extensible. Extensible means we can use other languages program. Okay, we can use other language program in Python. Okay, we can use other language program in Python. The main advantage of this, okay, the main advantage of this one is nothing but okay, we can okay, we can improve the performance. Okay, if we use other language code in Python, we can improve the performance of the application very easily. Now let us move to the 10th point. That is nothing but embedded. Okay, embedded in the sense, same way like yeah, Python programs can be used in other language, and other language programs also we can embed. Okay, we can embed in Python language. That's why Python has this embedded feature as well. Now last point which we are discussing is nothing but extensive library. Okay, Python has the extensive library. That means yeah, there are some thousands of modules which can run on top of Python. Okay, that is the reason why Python is growing very hugely nowadays. Because okay, if we know, okay, if we have Python, okay, if you know Python, by using these modules we can go into any domain. Okay, now suppose if we are developing games, we have a specific module. Suppose if we are developing data analytics, then we have modules called as NumPy and Pandas. Suppose if we want to develop a web application, then we can use Django, which works on top of Python. Suppose if you want to work with machine learning with Python, then we can use scikit-learn module. Like that, we have some thousands of modules which can support on top of Python. That's why Python language is booming nowadays, since it has the capability to, okay, to it has the capability to withstand with many technologies. Okay, it can support for many technologies. That's why we can call that Python can support in any other domains. Okay, so in that way we can say that Python language works well in all the domains which we are having in software industries nowadays. Okay, I hope all of you understand these all 11 features of Python. In the upcoming tutorials, we discuss about what are all the basic data types we uses in Python, all those identifiers and all we will discuss in the future classes. Thank you so much. Bye.